How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Shifting Lanes. My name is Hanson, and for this video you find me sitting in the 2023 Jaguar F-Type R. This is the coupe model with all-wheel drive. It has the SVO ultra metallic paint and gloss finish option called Desire Deep Red, and it has the light oyster and ebony interior. With all the other packages and delivery, this one comes out to $121,780. And in this video, I want to share with you my likes and dislikes about this extremely powerful and very beautiful two-seater so that you have a better idea before you buy. I, for one, am glad we still have cars like this F-Type R. Not many cars are rolling automotive pieces of art. This is one of them. If you own one, I think you owe it to everyone else to drive it around so they can see what a truly good car looks like. Especially when everything is getting bigger and taller, seeing this F-Type drive down the road is such a visual treat. These 2023 F-Types don't look any different than the previous model years, but it did get a facelift for the 2021 model year. So the front end now looks a bit more mean than the previous generation. The hood is more sculpted, and there's new LED headlights with the J-Blade DRL that makes the car look more wide and lower to the ground. At the back end, here's the best place to look at the F-Type. The rear haunch is the best part about this car. It looks wide and muscular. The LED taillights look stealthy. The quad exhaust and the rear diffuser gives it an exotic sports car look. And there's also a tiny deployable spoiler for that extra downforce at higher speeds. The F-Type is such a good-looking car that it's enough of a reason to buy this over the other sports cars that's also near the six-figure price tag. The second best part about this car is this. I'm a really simple person. Give me a good car with a great exhaust, and I'm gonna think it's phenomenal. The Jaguar F-Type R is a good car, but this exhaust makes it out of this world. You see, Jaguar has been paring down the engine options over the years. Initially, you can buy these with a supercharged V6 or a supercharged V8. And then a 2-liter turbocharged version became available for the 2018 model year. But ever since the 2022 model year, you can now only buy supercharged V8s. That's the opposite of what every other car manufacturer is doing. Rather than downsizing the engines, Jaguar is simply eliminating engine options, most likely in the interest of saving costs. And fortunately for all of us, they decided to keep the supercharged V8s. So you can get the Jaguar F-Type in two trims, the normal F-Type and the F-Type R. The normal F-Type, called the P450, comes with a 5-liter supercharged V8 that makes 444 horsepower and 428 pound-feet of torque. That's good for a 0 to 60 time of 4.4 seconds. With this F-Type R, you unlock the full potential of that 5-liter supercharged V8. So this is making 575 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. That is brutally quick. The first 30 miles per hour or so, this car feels properly quick. And then the second 30 miles per hour, well, this car feels like it's about to take flight. And the best part is the exhaust note. You can only replicate that with 8 fast-moving pistons. With that kind of power and sound, the F-Type R has a classic hot rod personality, while it's still wrapped in a very luxurious uniform. This car is far more badass than it looks. Handling-wise, this thing has sports car goods. It's got double wishbone suspension up front and at the rear. That means that your tires will hold the road a little bit better throughout the entire travel of the suspension. The 20-inch wheels are wrapped in a lot of rubber. You get 265mm sticky P0 tires up front and 305mm tires out back. And all R models come with all-wheel drive, so while it won't be as tail-happy as the base version, you get a ton of grip. The result is lively and confident handling characteristics. Back road driving is pure joyous fun in the F-Type R. While there's plenty of grip, there's definitely more power to be unleashed. So track days are a must to fully understand what this thing is capable of. And also at the track is where this F-Type R may lose against the Porsche 911s and the new C8 Corvette. I've gotten a chance to review the C8 Corvette, and it is a cheaper, faster, better handling, and arguably more luxurious experience than this $120,000 F-Type R. If you'd like to see that in-depth review, please click the link up here. With cars like that, this F-Type R is in deep trouble. The C8 Corvette, even though it has less horsepower than this F-Type R, is quicker to 60 by more than half a second. The C8 also has a faster shifting dual clutch 8-speed automatic transmission, and the Corvette that I tested also came with magnetic ride suspension, which made it feel extremely flat on these back roads. Don't get me wrong, the F-Type R is insanely good as well, but the Corvette just feels a bit more high-tech going through the twisties. As for the interior of the F-Type R, this hasn't really changed very much since the first generation F-Type. The switches are the same, the seat adjusters, the handles, the gear lever, and the articulating vents are all the same. And since this is a small car, there's really not much storage aside from the small cup holders, the tiny armrest, and also the glove box. But compared to the version sold in 2013, there's now a fully digital instrument cluster, which looks great and modern. And there's also the infotainment screen that looks classy and works really well. It also has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which unfortunately is a wired-only connection. In fact, there are a few things that feels missing or inappropriate for a $120,000 vehicle. For example, the paddle shifters, which controls the 8-speed automatic transmission, feel strangely cheap. The paddle shifters on a Hyundai Elantra N feels better than this. And then there's the plastic trim and cheap feeling switches, which really isn't that big of a deal. But if you've been in older F-Types, which have more premium looking finishes, this one feels kind of like it's been downgraded. That really doesn't matter though, as you forget all the interior details once you start driving. And that's where this Jaguar really shines. The way the engine winds up and roars, the way the exhaust explodes and crackles, and the way the car takes your breath away as you accelerate. This Jaguar has a lot of character, and it gives you such a memorable drive. I've had a great time driving this Jaguar this week. I've taken it on a long road trip, I've taken it on errand runs, and I've also done simple commutes. The ride quality of this Jaguar is a bit on the stiff side, but it is completely excusable considering how awesome this thing dances on a more fun road. As for mileage, I've been able to average about 24 miles per gallon on mostly highway trips. For the incredible amount of money that this F-Type R costs, this thing is a tough sell, considering that the C8 Corvette is available for purchase, assuming you could find one. However, the base F-Type, which is about $35,000 cheaper, might just be the sweet spot because it still has that 5-liter supercharged V8, it still looks gorgeous, and it still has the same great exhaust note. That might just be the best one to buy. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you've learned something from this video, please consider hitting that like button, and also hit that subscribe and that notification bell so that you could be notified anytime we make a new video. Let's wrap it up right there. My name's Hanson. This has been the 2023 Jaguar F-Type R, and I'll see you in the next one.